We are back with another edition of the Whoyagot podcast, and boys, the carnage has begun at Augusta, and I don't even know where to start. I think we start with Bryson missing the cut because he triples 18. He's one within the cut line and finishes 2 outside. I mean, that is about as bad as it gets, Bryson.
Mm-hmm. Not great. With a lot of good players missed the cut. Bobby Mack missed the cut. JJ Spawn missed the cut. But Bryson, he
tripled 18.
Yeah, it was really not great.
I went with your Bryson pick. I did lose, although I think I have a bet back. Can I still use that? Is that a thing?
What do you got?
There's some sort of bet back. Seemingly, you get your money back one time. I think it was like an encouraging thing. It was on FanDuel. It's a bet back token.
Yeah, you're gonna get a free bet back, so it's a free bet.
Yeah, should bet Bryson again.
Well, you should have listened to all of what we said because you'd have a couple shots. I mean, Jimmy and me got her up now. It might be a little hard now because Rory went off on these last few holes.
I got her up.
We also gave you Young. He's right. These 4. Well, again, Rory. We'll talk about Rory in a minute. And then Laurie's right there. I'm happy with the Laurie pick. Unfortunately, he's tied in my matchup here with Fleetwood. I think that's who I have him against in my matchup. But I mean, let's just jump right. Well, you brought up Bobby Mack. You know what? Let's go there next. He had some high expectations. I don't know. Did you see what happened yesterday when he put up a 9 on 15?
I got the highlight. I obviously wasn't watching it live or the low light.
Our friend got in a little trouble with the Augusta brass because he turned around and flicked off the 15th green, and yeah, that's just not acceptable at Augusta National. Sorry, Bobby Mack, you can't do that. It's
on brand though.
It's on brand, but they're gonna get you for that one, Bobby Mack. So, all right, I mean, let's just throw it out there, and then we'll kind of go down the leaderboard. Is this tournament over, Jimmy?
No, I don't. I think only one person after a 6-stroke lead they said has not and gone on to win. But I don't think it's. I mean, Rory's playing very, very well. He got out of that trouble on 17, after that tee shot, and then he a miraculous chip in for birdie when it looked like he was going to have to up and down for par, and then he birdies 18. But I think that the shot on 17, you can't say it wasn't a great shot because it was a great shot. But those aren't going to continue to go in the next couple of rounds, and a 6-shot lead isn't unbeatable. So
not here.
Yeah,
not here. I mean, a 6-shot lead here can disappear in 3 holes. But I mean, I think we're seeing a guy he's just playing with house money. I mean, he's not tight anymore.
He's playing loose.
He's just it's all gravy now. He's got the Grand Slam. The questions don't come anymore. He's playing completely loose. What blew my mind was he's only minus 250 to win the tournament, which is probably maybe a little bit of a red flag because if this was, I guarantee you, if that was Scotty, they'd have him minus 600 for some reason. I don't know. I think the tournament's over. I think Rory is not going to blow a 6-stroke lead. I just don't.
He looks
We're
very
talking about if he does, who might come and get him, but I don't. God, I mean, if he just shoots 70-70, he's going to finish 16 under.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's going to blow it either. But the reason it is I could see a way where he shoots even or -1, and you've got enough guys within striking range that they can make Sunday very interesting, right? They can, if somebody goes on, one of these top guys goes on a run, shoots a 67. Right.
Someone in the top 13. Someone in the top 13 is going to have to shoot 65 tomorrow and hope he shoots 71 or 72. And then we have a tournament again.
Yeah, I mean, if it's one of the top guys, then the lead's going to shift, right? So if you've got Reed or Burns.
If you get a 65 and he shoots 71, the worst it would be is tied. With the guys at 6, he'd still be up with anyone at 5.
Yeah.
2 clear of the 4s.
Yeah, look, I think you can obviously, the cut line's fun, so other people can play golf. But I think anybody below 2 right now, I don't think anybody's getting 10 strokes on them over the next 2 rounds. So I think you can really shorten this list.
So I think you got to look at anyone in the top 13 because if Rory has a blow up, then it's only a 3-shot lead between tie 2 and tie 13.
Yeah. I got Goddard and Kepka right there for the win. So hopefully that happens and one of them comes through.
I know. I got Young sitting with a ticket too at 4 under. What do you think, Ryan? Is this over?
I was going to say, like, there's only 3 people that have shot better than -5, and that's Young, Hatton, and Rory.
Yeah, Cam Young had a day. We had 4 birdies in a row, I think, on the back. Yeah. Hell of a day.
I didn't see the card, but that's a day, man. I mean,
yeah.
You're shooting -5. That's a little less than a third of the holes on that course, which obviously was playing pretty hard when most people that are good are shooting -2 or -3.
Fleetwood Mac looked pretty good with all of his like pants that are 3 times too big for him and baggy shirt out there on the tee box. Good, nice guy.
Listen, I like McIlroy. I'd love to see him get a second one in a row. That'd be awesome. I'm rooting heavily for Rose to finish in the top 5 so I can look like I know something about what I'm doing. That would be good.
He's always there. Rose is always there. He's always there.
Plays this course beautifully.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't like.
Dude, what did we say? 45 years old.
Yeah, I know Greg's a huge Rory fan, and clearly you like him as well. I don't dislike Rory, but I'm not a Rory fan. It does nothing for me when he's doing well, and I don't get happy when he loses. He's just kind of benign to me. He's there.
I like watching his swing and his like concentration, and I also feel like he really got screwed in that whole live stuff as we talked about. So it's nice to see him do something that obviously is good for his brand. Great for his brand.
I think he's got Jimmy. I think he's good to listen to. He's got some great one-liners. I think he's got a good personality too. I'd rather listen to his post-game interview than Scotty's. So I mean, I'll agree with that. He had a great line when they asked him why he didn't have the menu for the champions dinner go more Irish, and he goes, "Because I wanted to enjoy the dinner myself."
His menu was good. I saw that. It was great. A nice menu. Yeah.
All right. Well, before we get to the leaderboard, I want to show you something. I'm trying to try 2 new bourbons tonight live. So this is the first one. This one's going to cost you a few units, boys. But it's a special Woodford.
It's going to cost me quite a few units.
A batch brew. Yeah, it's going to cost you a lot of units. Cost me a few. Cost Jimmy a wheelbarrow full. 119.5 proof. I like to try these straight before I put ice on them, just to get the full effect. Yeah, it's not bad for 120 proof. It's pretty smooth. All right, back to the leaderboard.
Can you at least say the brand? Like, not everyone's watching.
Sure, the bottle. Woodford.
I know, but not everyone's watching.
Jimmy, can you tell me to listen to the show? I told you it's Woodford batch proof. 119.
Yeah. Maybe I tuned out.
No, thank you. Appreciate you listening. All right. Does Burns have a chance? Would you pass on Burns?
I think he's got a chance.
25-1 plus 136 to come in the top 5. I would pass on both of those.
I would pass with the 3 bogeys. That's a lot.
Here's the wild card, one of the wild cards, in my opinion. My man Patrick Reed could go out there and shoot 66 tomorrow and really flip this upside down.
Is it funny that we were just talking about him not long ago? I asked the question, like, where the hell did he go? And then, bam, here he is.
And I think that's why he's the second betting choice on the board. He's 16-1 plus 106 to be in the top 5. I don't think he's going anywhere.
He had a nice card, man. Only 1 bogey. Unfortunately, it was on 18, so he kind of finished on a sour note.
I mean, maybe it's just me, but I feel like on both of those, Burns and Reed, the value play is for sure with the win. And obviously the odds are better, but like there's too many people clumped up at the top to think that they're guaranteed for the top 5. I mean, Rory's way ahead. Everybody else is tight there. So at almost even money to end in the top 5, I feel like it's a terrible bet. I would take the other way if it's bettable.
I mean, I agree with you with Burns at plus 136. I do not agree with you with Reed. Reed's only going to go forward. He plays this course so well.
Yeah, he's got a green jacket.
He's a green jacket. He was tied 3rd last year. I mean, he knows this course frontwards and backwards, and he's playing great golf right now. 69. He is about as consistent as they get.
It's fair.
I just like Rose. I mean, Rose is -5, and he is plus 134 to come in the top 5. I don't hate it. I know people are going to throw his age out there. Hey, maybe the 45-year-old has a bad round. Maybe. I don't know. I don't hate him at 134. I don't think he comes from 7 strokes back because I don't know if he'll go low enough to do it.
But if you look at his card, he's only had 2 bogeys and 5 birdies. Like, that's what I want to see. -3, -4, something where you're a little more negative.
Yeah, you're going to have to shoot 65. One of these guys is going to have to throw up a 65 and match Rory and hope Rory throws up a 71. So I don't think Rose can do it. If Shane didn't have those couple bad tournaments, I'd look at Shane and go, hey, maybe Sugar Shane here has got a shot to throw up a 65 and turn our heads. But I don't think so. But I don't think he's going to fall apart. He plays this course well, too. So I think Shane will stay around the top 10. I got no faith in Fleetwood. Do either of you? I don't think he's coming.
I don't think so.
Wyndham Clark, congratulations. You shot 68 for the first time in forever. You'll be shooting 78 tomorrow. So nothing there.
You went quick there. I want Fleetwood. I like him. I don't have a strong feeling. I do have money on. I have 1 unit on him, which is good for this tournament. It'd be good. I hate that guy. Like a couple of the tournaments I watch where he's in the last group and it's 17 or 18. He's just craps the bed. It's horrible to watch. He deserves a positive note.
There's 2 players sitting in the T7 at -4 that I'd give a second look to if someone's going to come back from way back. And they must both be saying what could have been if it wasn't for Thursday. And that's Young and Hatton. Hatton can go low. He's done it a bunch of times at this course. He's 68 to 1. He's plus 315 to come in the top 5. I don't hate that bet at all. Cam Young is plus 160 to come in the top 5. I kind of like Hatton there for a little value, plus 315.
What's Day at? Because Day had a 71 and a 69, or 69 then 71, and
plus 290. But I don't trust Day. I really don't.
He's done it before though.
He could throw.
There's something to say for that. That's what I mean by, they played this course, the OG kind of guys that have figured it out at least one time, and gotten real low.
Jason Day's number 1 here.
Sure.
I'm 1,000,000% positive.
I usually lose these ones, but now I'm going to look it up just to.
Jason Day has 1 major, and it's certainly not a green jacket. And then look from the guys at 3, I'd love to see Goddard make a charge, and I think he will tomorrow. I think he got the nerves out on day 1. He played his game today, shot 3 under. Wouldn't shock me if he threw up 67 tomorrow.
Love it, Rutgers guy.
What else you got for us, Jimmy, on the Masters?
Like I said, I like Brooksy. It's the same thing, 3 under. So I took him at the beginning. I think Brooks is set to make some noise. So I think he's got a chance. I like your Cam Young pick. Like I said, what hell of a round he put together today. Outside of that, it gets really difficult because just everybody's so far back. Like I don't really know what you can really hang your hat on here. Matsuyama had a couple nice shots today that would make you think, but he's 10 shots back. I mean, he's 10 strokes back. What are you going to do? Now, value plays, which you probably have in front of you. I think we could take a lot of these guys that are -1, -2, maybe get a little value at them ending up in the top 5 because I think there's going to be some movement. Yeah. So I think that's where the value could be. Top 10 for sure. We could take our favorite picks.
Who do you like there?
Well, top 10, call me crazy because I picked them as a potential winner as a mid-range shot. But Hovland shot 1 under today. Now he's 2 over. I think he could sneak his way into the top 10. It's got to be a long shot odds at this point.
Let's see what Hovland is to get in the top 10.
I mean, that's what it's about, right? Finding where the opportunities are.
Dustin Johnson played some pretty good golf today.
Let's see. I'm looking for Hovland now. Hovland is 10 to 1 to get in the top 10.
See, I like the value there. I think it could happen. Got his bad round out of the way the first round. Played a lot with 3 over, 1 over to, or 1 under today. Maybe he starts making a little bit of a charge. Said Dustin Johnson's playing actually pretty decent golf. That would be a big story. Your boy Henley, I think, down the board. He's even right now, so it's probably a little shorter odds. I think Henley can make a move. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. There's enough people knotted up there. This is gonna be fun.
I mean, if we're going down the board, I gotta go with the talent and the Oberg to just play free and figuring he's got no shot, 12 strokes back, because he can put up a low number. We all know that. If this guy just stays away from the big mistake, he could shoot 65 tomorrow, no problem. And then I'd go Fitzy. Fitzpatrick has just been he got a bad Thursday round, but this guy's considered. I didn't really shouldn't even say he had a bad Thursday round. I mean, he just didn't have a Matt Fitzpatrick round. He shot 74 in tough conditions. He shot 69 today. I mean,
yeah, I watched him play a little bit. He looked good. Just missed a birdie putt there at the end. Would have helped his case out a little more. I saw a couple of putts. I think Max Homa made a putt. Lord, I mean, the thing just took a hard left right before it hit the cup. Like, going straight towards the cup, 8-foot putt, hard left, ends up 2 inches out. It was wild. What's Scheffler at even right now to end in the top 10?
Plus 102.
Yeah, see, that's where I take one of the long shots instead of even money on him. I would think he would do it.
Yeah, I mean, you're better off. I don't hate Scotty coming in there to get in the top 10. I get what you're saying. You know what? I'll be honest with you. What's fifth right now? 6 under. Scotty's even. Yeah, I don't. Scotty plus 1.
I don't think they're going to go much lower. That's what I think.
Plus 1. Scotty.
I think this course over the weekend is going to get really difficult.
Sorry, one at a time. What'd you say, Jimmy?
What's the forecast this weekend?
Oh, it's going to be fine. The wind might blow a little bit, but it's fine. All right. I think I got one I like here, Jimmy. Rory to win, Patrick Reed in the top 5, and got her up in the top 10.
Well, I guess
6-1.
Not bad.
6 plus 613.
Weather, Greg, you said it correctly, almost like you're the weatherman. The title on weather.com, when I looked up Masters 2026 weather, it actually says weather forecast, course conditions, and betting picks for Augusta National. It says perfect weather is expected this weekend at Augusta National. Temps climbing from low 70s Thursday to mid 80s, making it firm, fast, that'll favor elite ball strikers.
All right, Jimmy, we got a bet. Fire up DraftKings. Here it comes, boys. This is the Whoyagot Masters Midway Special. And you're gonna get some money here if this hits. We're not gonna go huge, but we're gonna go decent enough to make us really get into it.
The golf.
Here we go. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Rory to win, minus 245.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Reed, top 5, including ties, plus 106.
Mm-hmm.
Got her up and down. Top 10, including ties, plus 146. And we're going to slam it home with what Jimmy said. Top 20, including ties, Victor Hovland, plus 245.
I don't know how long that's going to take me to do, but I am going to put something on it too. Look at the rhyme.
Plus 2361, unless Jimmy's got a little boosty, which he might.
Let me figure out how to bet Hovland, that exact bet.
Just scroll down and you'll see like finishing positions, and you just click top 20, including ties. Well, he does that and fires that up. I'm gonna go on a little rant here, boys. I really don't need to hear from Tom Watson anymore. I'm glad he won 8 majors. I don't need to hear this clown. For him to come out and say he thinks he's pissed about Brooks, he's pissed about Patrick Reed coming back next year from LIV. He doesn't want any of these guys around. He actually said they should have to re-qualify through the Korn Ferry Tour. Now, Tommy, my friend, Brooks has 5 fucking majors. He can play on whatever tour he fucking wants. Okay? Not 1, not 2. He's got 5. He's got the exact same as your boy Rory. 48 hours from now, that's probably going to be different. But they have the same as of right now. He's the same as Phil. He's 5 majors, Jimmy. He's going to go play on the Korn Ferry Tour?
Nope.
Patrick Reed has won this tournament. Okay? Yeah. He's won the Masters, Tom. Look, I get what you're saying. He makes the point, well, they bolted on us, and we, you need good players so you get sponsorship money. That's the cardinal sin, is leaving and screwing us like that. Okay, but they didn't screw you. When they left, it sparked up a little bit of competition, and Phil was right. Your purses went up. You made more money, and the players made more money. So
yeah, it's a terrible take.
Terrible take.
It's the opposite of a free market. If somebody's willing to pay you more to go do your similar job, then you buck up and pay me more, or I'm gonna go work there. So to think that they should have to come back and qualify as if they're a minor league player makes absolutely zero sense. It's ridiculous. I don't know what to say about it. LIV, if you want to get on your high horse and talk about the human rights violation, fine. You can make that argument if you want to and question it. But from a money standpoint, if somebody offers you way more money to do your same job, then you either match it, or I'm going to go work for them. I don't understand why this is so complicated. It's how everything else in life works. When did the PGA Shield become worth more than anything? Do you think if the UFL decided to pay a quarterback $80 million, they wouldn't say, "See you later, NFL"? Of course they would. That's what happened with USFL back in the day. Just it went broke because it didn't become popular. The market said, this doesn't work, and they went back to play in the NFL. It's just, I don't understand.
The bottom line is this, as far as I'm concerned. I don't care whether they play on LIV, the PGA, the DP World Tour, the Asian Tour. I don't care where they play. Jon Rahm and Bryson DeChambeau are two of the top 5 golfers in the world. If they call up the Travers tomorrow and say, hey, I'd like to play in Hartford this year, you know what the Travers should say? Yes, please.
100%. Because
I don't give a shit if they have a PGA Tour card or not. And I don't really feel bad for the players that they cry about from, 75 to 125. Be better. They're better than you. Me, Tom, I'm the paying fan. Guess who I'm going to go see play? Jon Rahm and Bryson DeChambeau. Guess who I'm not going to go see play? Number 125 in the world, because I don't even know his fucking name, Tommy. So if these guys want to play over here, all you say is, yes, please come back. We'd love to have you back. Sign here.
Yep, 100%.
All right. We missed this. I don't know what happened to Ryan, his internet.
Second, I'm still here.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's
a camera problem.
Okay.
You look better.
Yeah, you do.
Man, appreciate you. Good lover.
You went from a Maryland 6 to a Maryland 8. Well done.
Good one.
Thank you. We didn't talk about it, Jimmy. Do you think there's going to be a great call coming this year from Jim Nantz? What line?
Yes, I think it'll be I think if Rory wins, it'll be a slow roll call because it'll be like, you know what I mean? They'll be like, if Rory wins, we're going to know it by the 14th hole on Sunday, and he's going to have a lot of time. So he's going to have something, but it's not going to be as out of nowhere impactful as it would be if he finished on 17 or 18.
What do you think the reference would be? Where do you think he's going? Where's he going here?
I mean, it's obviously going to be something with back-to-back.
Will he incorporate roars in there?
Maybe. Something about like luck of the Irish with the green jacket. I don't know.
Yeah, could be. Another 24 months or another 12 months in green for roars.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll wait for Ryan to get his camera back. While he's doing that, and before we move on.
I'm gonna leave real quick. Let me know back in. Thanks. Bye.
Nope.
Thanks. We got to teach Ryan how to, so
etiquette.
we don't.
Cast etiquette.
Just text us that so we can, the audience doesn't need to hear that, Jimmy. They don't need to know what's going on.
Technical difficulties. It's the outtakes here.
Rate these calls in order in your mind. I'm going to give you 3, and they're from 3 different people. Actually, I believe I'm right on that, right? Yes, sir. In '86, when Jack made the putt on 17 to take the lead finally. The in your life call with Tiger on 16, where the ball just hung there and fell in. Was he chasing Chris DeMarco in that Masters?
I do not remember.
And then Jim Nantz, the one with Phil, with Is It His Time, which I still think is his best call on 18.
Yeah, I'll go with Nantz.
Yeah, me too. And the only reason why is because that took balls. Because if it didn't drop in, what do you say in the playoff?
It wasn't his time.
Well, no, not that. What if he won in the playoff? You can't go back to it. What do you say? Is it his time now?
You got to come up with another one. Yeah. Yeah, you need a secondary line. Maybe this is his time.
Yeah, could have been. Yeah.
Another playoff. 3rd time's a charm. We just keep going down.
All right. Well,
that'll be next year. If Rory wins a 3rd in a row, that'll be 3rd time's a lucky charm.
If he wins 3rd in a row, he's going to be standing alone because I don't believe anyone's ever done that.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I'll look that up. Will you get into the UFC? Who are we playing this week?
So
wait, hold on. Time out. The audience wants to know. Was the parlay placed?
The parlay was placed.
What'd you put on it? You didn't even let me dictate what we're putting on it.
That's okay. I took good care of it. It'll pay out. It'll pay out good, but it'll pay us out $600 if it hits.
Yeah, well, that's good. That means you put 30 on it.
Something like that. 25.
Yeah. All right, go back in and add another 20.
Yeah, in a little bit. First, we're going to talk about some fighting.
I want $45 on it, please.
Listen, I want a lot of things in life: peace and quiet, kids that don't yell at me and bother me. Yeah, I mean, great. There's things that I'm just dying for here, but we don't all get them. So we'll play it. We'll play it in a little bit. I can't do 2 things at once, and we got to talk about it in UFC right now. So we'll do what happens.
He's very grumpy tonight. I don't know if we'll get to the bottom of it by the end of the show, but Jimmy came on hot. He's grumpy.
I am just exhausted, but I'm powering through.
A little bourbon.
I haven't had a bourbon in a while. I might have one tonight. It's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think you need one. Get you going here.
Yeah.
That engine turned on. All right, go ahead. UFC.
Let's get it revved up. So I know you don't care about any of this. So,
I'm going to bet him as you say him, actually. Go ahead.
Well, so here's the problem. This is I was looking for every angle on this card. So I'm not going to lie to you. The bets we're going to make are going to have a little bit of risk to them, but they'll have some reward as well.
Good.
So I'm not going to break down every single fight by fight. I'm going to pick the ones I like, and I want to give you a little bit of early, mid, and late. So we're going to start with an early fight. This is a second prelim. This is Kelvin Gastelum and Vicente Luque. Vicente Luque stormed on the UFC scene. He looked like he was going to be one of the great fighters. He was 15-2 in his first 17 UFC fights. His only 2 losses were to Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. No shame in that. He was awesome. And Leon Edwards, who became the champion. But he kind of fell off, went 2-5 in his last 7. He's just kind of been ho-humming around. He's not that old. I think he's 34, something in that range. He's fighting Kelvin Gastelum, who we've bet on and against. And I think we're 1-1 in that scenario. But Kelvin Gastelum, 10 of his last 12 fights have gone to decision. Kelvin Gastelum fights 185. He looks like he should fight at about 210. I mean, I've never seen somebody that's 5'10". He should fight at 170 and cut weight. But most guys that look like him are heavyweights. They like everybody else that fights at a lower weight class cuts weight. They're shredded up. Not this guy, but he's skilled. He's very, very good. He's got some good wins under his belt. He fought for the title at one point, but I just don't know. So here's my pick. I'm going to say this fight goes to a decision, and you can get that at -125. Now, if you're worried about it ending at the last minute, you can lay 154 and bet it over 2.5 rounds. But I don't think it's going to happen. The only flip side of it, Luque's fights have been ending, but they've been ending him in a loss. And Gastelum hasn't been finishing people. So to me, this is a decision. Lay the 125. Take Kelvin Gastelum, Vicente Luque, early fight to go to a decision. That's number 1. We're going to move on to Dominick Reyes and Johnny Walker. I mentioned it earlier in the show. Johnny Walker burst onto the scene with a like looking like he was the second coming of John Jones. And I know that sounds hyperbolic, but it's not. Like, he looked awesome. The guy's 6, he fights at 205. He's 6'6". He's huge for the weight class. So when he started fighting, I remember watching him and thinking, man, this guy is absolutely scary. He won his first handful of fights, including beating Khalil Roundtree, who we'll talk about in a second. But he looked awesome. But then he ran into Corey Anderson, Nikita Krylov, came back with a win. Then he lost 2 more fights, including to Jamal Hill, who's a talented guy, lost in fight. So he went through a stretch where he lost 4 out of 5. Then he comes back, wins 3, has a no contest against Ankalaev, no harm there, and then he loses it. It gets knocked out. Ankalaev was a champ briefly, and now he's 1 up, 1 down. His most recent fight, he beat Zhang Minwang recently. The guy can be scary, but he can also get caught. And he's fighting Dominick Reyes. Dominick Reyes, at one point in his career, fought John Jones. He fought for the title versus John Jones. And after he lost to John Jones, it's like almost like he went down a hole of depression, and he lost three more fights in a row. One was to Jan Blachowicz, who was the champ. One was to Yuri Prochazka, who's fighting for the belt. And one was Ryan Spann, should have won that fight. But 2 of the 3 you can forgive. But then he won 3 in a row, including against Nikita Krylov. We talked about that fight on our show. Then he got knocked out by Carlos Ulberg, who we're going to talk about in a minute, because Ulberg and Prochazka are the main event. So this is tough, because at any point in time, Johnny Walker can absolutely highlight reel knock you out. Like, no question about it. It's going to be brutal. It's happening. Nothing you can do about it. But Reyes is the better technical fighter, and I don't really think it's all that close from a technical perspective. So Reyes is 3-4 in his last 7 fights, and all 3 wins have been by knockout. And you know what I think happens? I think Reyes makes it 4-4.
Okay.
So I'm going to take Reyes by knockout -105 by knockout. He's the favorite to.
And if you just went to straightway, lay the 155.
You can lay the 155. Yep, you can absolutely do that, and that might not be a bad idea. But these guys here, let me go back through their fights. So Dominick Reyes, last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fights have been finished by knockout, either him winning or losing. So somebody, and Johnny Walker, I just said, is a pretty wild fighter. Like, somebody's getting finished here. Like, the over-under rounds is set at 1.5, and over is plus 145. So I can't imagine a world in which this makes it. The downfall is both of them. Dominick Reyes can get finished. I mean, his chin's not what it was, but he is for sure the more technical fighter. Johnny Walker could just this is what scares me. It's the Mike Tyson's punch out. You're facing Tyson. I think if he gets by the first, let's call it 2 minutes with Johnny Walker, he's going to be fine. He wins the fight. but Johnny Walker can come out and throw some crazy, like, spinning wheel or some crazy wheel kick or a question mark kick or a flying knee and knock him out in one shot. Like, that could easily, it could be a loser instantaneously. But if he gets through that first Mike Tyson, like, portion of this fight, that first, let's call it 2.5 minutes, the first half of the first round, Dominick Reyes wins. And you know what? If you want to call it a decision, minus 155, I'm okay with that too, because I think he does outpoint him if it gets past that. So if you don't want to risk it, you don't want the knockout for that low money, fine. But again, all Reyes does is get knocked out or knock you out. One of the two. We've got plenty of history to show that that's the case.
Did you enjoy Ryan's record scratch or whatever the fuck that was as you were giving your final take?
Yeah. He's the.
Apologies.
He's got the
I think I have it fixed.
Look.
Hopefully I sound normal enough now.
Yeah. Look, he's even doing it right. He's got headphones on one ear and not the other, like a real DJ.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
The hardest part about being
this dude sounds really good when it works, but then it updates in the background and disrupts every other application that goes on.
Yeah, including our show. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Jimmy.
No, I like it. The hardest part about being a DJ is making it look hard to be a DJ.
That was
It's
like
very
Thriller.
Very difficult, everybody. Very difficult. All right. So we've only got 2 more to talk about. I'm going to talk about Murzakanov and Paulo Costa. Now, if you take a look at these two gentlemen, you think Azamat Murzakanov is going to get knocked out of the building. Paulo Costa is the guy, we've talked about him before. The guy looks like an Adonis. There's no way at least at one point, there wasn't some sort of substance flowing through his body when he was working out. If I could be jacked like anybody, it'd be Paulo Costa. But if I was going to fight somebody, I'd rather fight him than the guy he's fighting. Because he's fighting a guy that's 16-0, and he's, 4 inches shorter, 3 inches shorter, but all the guy does is win. He powers forward. He's a rushing guy, but he's not he's not considered a wrestler. He's a striker. This dude is tough. Watch some of his highlights. I think that, and same thing. Look, this guy's he's 16-0. 12 of his victories are by knockout. 3 are by submission. He's got 1 is by submission. He's got 3 unanimous decisions. That's his entire record. So this dude's a bad dude. I think that he's going to get this done. I think he's going to get it done by knockout. And this is where it gets a little risky because we're going to take him by knockout plus 200.
Sorry, I missed the subject.
Azamat Murzakanov.
Okay. Got it. I'm with you.
So can I throw something out there?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we do this for our listeners here? Why don't we parlay him with Rory to win the Masters, get even money or a little bit plus?
I like it. We could do that. We could just take him at the minus 238, or we can do it, or we can take the 200 knockout.
But if we don't want to lay 245 or 250 on Rory, and we don't want to lay the 238, but we think they both have a shot, why don't we try to leverage it into minus 102?
I like it. All right, let's do it. So you heard it. We're gonna take Murzakanov and Rory both to win. It's even money.
I should have asked you this first. Is this your favorite play on the card?
Yes, I would say this is probably my favorite play on the card.
Then I say we do this.
Yeah, I would say this is my favorite play on the card. I like Kevin Holland, but I'm going to avoid because he's just so up and down. I like Gamrat, but I don't trust that. I like Teotana Suarez. These are ones we're not even going to break down. Yeah, that's probably my favorite play on. That's probably my favorite play on the card. I don't hate Kelvin Gastelum's money line. I avoided that at minus 258. I avoided it because I know it's going to go to a decision, and I don't necessarily want to risk it. But I think that's about too. But yeah, I think we take this one. Look, Paulo Costa's. Here's the risk. If we want to play devil's advocate against ourselves, and I know you didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you anyway. His losses were to all 3 of his 4 losses in the UFC are to great fighters. He lost to Israel Adesanya in a title fight. No shame in that. He lost to your boy Sean Strickland. He lost to Robert Whittaker. So these are all champions. The Marvin Vettori fight, questionable. Probably shouldn't have lost that fight. But this dude's tough. Paulo was already talking shit on him at the weigh-in. He was doing this thing, showing him how short he was. Like, I think this guy's gonna come out pissed off and fuck him up. So yeah, I'm good with that. My favorite play on the card.
I had a free bet that came out to me Thursday. Listen to this one. Rory to win the Masters, so I locked that in. With Goddard up in the top 5. That is going to be the one I need him to get a little move on. Now listen, Yankees to reach the ALCS, Mets to reach the NLCS, Celtics to win the East, Spain to reach the semifinals in the World Cup, and the Stars to win their first round series. Pays $33,000.
I
Got a
like
lot
it.
going on.
Free bet for $33K. Let's see if we can get it going.
I like it.
All right, what do we got left? Nothing on UFC? We're good? We got one more.
We got one more quick. The main event, Yuri Prochazka versus Carlos Ulberg. This is the real tough one. And if you don't take my word for it, take Vegas's, because it's minus 105 and minus 115 to win the fight. This is where the struggle is. Ulberg is 14-1. He hasn't lost in years, since 2021. He looked awesome against Dominick Reyes. Combination of mostly KOs and decisions, but he does have a sub on his resume. Yuri Prochazka is a badass, and he's very large. He's not a lot taller than Ulberg. They're about the same height. But here's his losses, his two losses in the UFC. Alex Pereira, potentially the best fighter in the UFC. First fight, Alex knocked him out quick. Second fight was a really good fight. Alex got him, I think it wasn't late. It was maybe in the second round, the end of the second round. But again, Alex Pereira is one of the best. He's going to potentially be the first 3-division champion of all time. Since then, he came back and he knocked out Jamal Hill. And Greg, I know you don't watch UFC, but I'm going to get you to watch this, because if you have an opportunity to go back and watch the Khalil Roundtree Yuri Prochazka fight, watch it on YouTube. It is action-packed. Prochazka's way bigger. Khalil Roundtree's a small 205 fighter, but he is lightning fucking quick, and he was slapping him around. Now, Yuri Prochazka really excels in fights that are kind of chaotic. And Ulberg is a lot quicker, a lot smoother. When he knocked out Reyes, he hit him with a left and a right, where he just slipped, hit him with a left, slipped to the side, took the straight line away, hit him with the right, knocked him out cold. So he can do that. But Prochazka has been hit by huge guys. And he's been hit consistently, and he's survived it all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Yuri, and I'm going to take the minus 115 money line. I considered the plus 140 by TKO, but why risk it? It's not enough. It's not enough additional juice to me to do so. But I also think it goes over 2.5 rounds. They're both very dangerous. I think they're going to feel each other out for a while in the first round, and that's going to set up for a tough second round where they survive into the third. I think it ends in the third, but late in the third. So I'm going to take Yuri at minus 115 to win, but I'm also going to take the over 2.5 at minus 120. And that's that's my UFC for the week.
I like it. I mean, any variation in units, or everything a 1-unit play here?
I would do everything 1-unit play, because almost everything we told you was even money or plus money, and the plus money was not crazy, plus 200. I think a couple of those really might get home, so take them.
All right. Woodford finish, not bad, Jimmy. For the price it's at, I probably still lean in the Bookers. I'd probably still go that way.
So what's next on our taste test?
The next one is this. We got the Whoyagot. It's one of the Total Wine brands that they really push down your throat, that they must have like a good deal with.
Yeah,
They got 3 levels. I went with the middle level. It's 100 proof. It's a $44 bottle. They give it a high rating. The next one's $59. The opening one I think was $34. That first price I gave you can put a 1 in front of. That's what the Woodford was. Was it
$149 Woodford?
Yeah. It doesn't smell too bad.
I mean, 45.
Yeah, I mean, for 100 proof, I'm trying to think what we have in our that we like at 100 proof. It's better than Old Foster's.
Here's my 100 proof go-to, as you introduced me to that you don't like anymore.
Yeah, Rowan, I thought that was 100.
100, 50.5, 50.05, because they got to be dicks about it. It's 100.1 proof. Just call it 100 proof. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody's not buying it because
this Whoyagot's not bad.
But this for $45. Greg introduced me to this, by the way, years ago, and he doesn't drink it anymore. But this for $45, my go-to.
My favorite bottle in that price point now, Jimmy, like I told you, is the Mitchers. I mean, it's good.
Yeah. No, I got the Mitchers rye. I did enjoy it. I like the 100 proof because I don't drink on the rocks because I'm lazy, not tough. I got sick of getting ice cubes, and up to 100, I pour it in a glass, drink it. Get to the 110, 120, I can do it, But now I feel like I'm being tough at that point. Like I'm trying to prove something. I'd rather have an ice cube, and I'm like, I don't want to get a fucking ice cube. If we have it, I'll drink it. I'll throw a cube in it. But anything 80's like drinking water at this point.
Yep.
He's got a little burn. 100 on the money, right?
So my difference here is I use the ice cube for a dumb reason. It's more so I just kind of slow myself down with a little bit of diluting it because I'll just rip through them and I'll be gone. But like certain bourbons that I absolutely love, I hate putting a cube in. Like Eagle Rare, I don't like. I hate when I put a cube in there because it's so good neat.
Yeah, you got to do it.
Same with Blanton's. Yeah. As much as I don't like paying for the Blanton's, neat. Blanton's is a great bourbon, neat.
Yeah, fantastic bourbon, neat. I like. I told you I like the Bullet 10. I know you're not a huge fan, but I think for the value play, it's so much better than the regular Bullet, and I can find it cheaper than you can find it. Think about liquor prices between our states, even New York, New Jersey, I'm sure Maryland, Pennsylvania. Certain liquors are just more for no apparent reason. I don't know how it's to do with distribution, but where this bottle is usually $45 to $49, and I can get it for like $39.99 almost all the time. So I get a better value on it, and it's very good. That's why I didn't buy Rowan's for years, because in New York it was $39.99, and in Jersey it was $50, and it pissed me off. I don't know why the $10 made me so mad, but it did.
I don't know what's happened, but apparently I have to go upstairs and get a glass of whiskey. That's the problem.
You definitely should.
Yeah. Hey,
so I'll find some time.
Scratch some records on your way up.
Yeah, you're right. It's crazy how different liquor stores, different states, everything. I mean, I have a sweet spot for Eagle Rare for $59. Jimmy struggles to find it under $89.
So hold on. So I'll give you that. So $89 is where I am. Like that's what they sell it at. But when I was in Delaware, it was marked $120, and I'm like, and I was just making conversation with the dude on the road. I was like, hey man, like it's weird. Like I know New York's a little lower or higher or whatever, and we're in a different state, but that says 120. He's like, brother, who do you need it for? I'm like, it's just a friend. And he's like, give me his number. I'll call him. I'm like, no, man. And it was this whole weird conversation. He was trying to like basically get you without knowing you. I'm like, what is going on here? Like this guy.
Yeah, Ryan, if you find one for $89, I'll take it. Because I used to be able to find $79, and then it went to $89. I bought it. But now if I can find it. But here's the problem. Like I think the market sort of dictates it, like we were talking about golf. So I can't find Eagle even at the $99 price point. If they jumped to the $99, I can't find it. Blanton's, I couldn't find it anywhere when it was when it jumped to $99. Keep in mind, we used to pay $59.99 or $54 for it
all day.
Yeah, but they've now at my liquor store, a couple of them around me, they put it to $129. I can get Blanton's anytime I want. They finally outpriced it. Nobody's paying $129. It's there all the time now.
I get that, but it's weird that it's weird that they have like $150 bottles on the shelf, but Eagle Rare is always under glass, always.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
legal common. You got to lock it up.
Yeah. That shit was $44.99.
$44.99. Used to buy it all the time. Ridiculous.
Well, Howard, Gary from Howard, talks about all the time that what does he drink? It's not rum. Is it whiskey?
Tequila.
No, it's not. It's Japanese something. I think it's Japanese whiskey. Is there such a thing?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, whatever it is, it went from like 69 or 59 or something like that, so now it's like 200.
That's getting popular too. But Japanese malt, it's like malt whiskey. It's very good.
My heart breaks for him.
Yeah, right. Fuck up.
No. I'm just saying it's like a thing. Like it goes up and down. That's all.
Back off, Baba Booey. Just go buy your liquor.
Gotta love it.
What's wrong
You
with
don't care. They probably sent it to him all free, and Howard doesn't know about it.
Speaking of, I'm going to grab a beer while you boys chat for a second.
He really just ruined that because I was really.
The segue was coming.
Get him back.
All right. Here, Jimmy, this is for you. This is our first. I had a couple things texted and emailed this time, this show. So they want you to take your victory lap here with Michigan, but they did take one little dig at you because this is one of our loyal listeners who listens to all the shows, and they said this would be more impactful, Jimmy, even though, thank you for the dig at me, by the way, even though Greg couldn't have been worse with his Kentucky pick, but at least his fucking screaming and passionate pick in November got me psyched up to bet Kentucky. Jimmy's like, I think they might win. I like them a little bit. They're my team. Why can't you get excited about Michigan? Now take your victory lap. That's what they said.
Yes, I appreciate the victory lap because we didn't know they were going to be this good at the beginning of the year. Like we thought they were going to be good.
That cannot be your take.
That's my take. Like how like you can't get excited about a team that's all transfers that you haven't saw play together at all. Like how you get that excited about it? Like you don't know what you're going to get. And I've watched Michigan with the Fab Five, with Trey Burke. He was 7. I've seen them lose like games consistently. So but they're good. And here, I'll try to make up to it for our listener by saying this: bet them next year because Elliot Cadeau's officially back. Trey McKinney's back. They just got the big kid from Tennessee, just to Michigan, and Ade Mara and Morez Johnson Jr. haven't officially declared for the draft yet. If those guys are back, it's Michigan's fucking turn to lose.
Run it back.
Yeah, so that was my follow up. You'd run it back 7-1 right now. Got a ticket in.
I would, because look, the biggest problem with the NCAA, and it's not a problem, it's what makes it great, is that it's one and done. If these were series, I would be like, slam the 7-1. Anything can happen in any single game. But Elliot Cadeau, Trey McKinney, we just got this kid. Like, Ade Mara wasn't great for UCLA. He played at 15 minutes a game, had a handful of points. Look what he did. They just got his replacement, this 6 foot, I mean, he's not 7'3", but the 6'11" guy from Tennessee played 18 minutes there. They've got a good recruiting class. And if Ade Mara and Morez Johnson Jr. or one of the two decide to return, how do you not like Michigan next year?
I agree. Middle of the board, I would tell you right now, it's worth a little pizza money. BYU 35-1 because they have just come out and said, well, we have money and we're going to fucking spend it on sports in this transfer portal. We don't care. We're going to win. So BYU scares me a little bit because they have money. And then if I go down the board a little more, I'll tell you another team I don't hate because they have money, and that's Miami. Miami ever wants to do something in the portal for basketball like they did for football. You want to give me 70-1 before we know what's going to happen this summer? I don't hate it.
I'm not throwing politics into this, but you have seen news in the last couple of days that executive orders were issued or thinking about being issued related to this transfer portal. Did you see that?
I did.
Yeah,
so
I did. Yeah,
I'm not trying to get political. I'm just saying that's got to be a factor in the betting.
None of it's gone through, and it won't affect next year.
Won't affect next year.
But,
and it won't happen.
Could it be grandfathered? I have no idea. Could it say like
no? They're not going to pull back any deals that were already made.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, Greg, you already transferred once. You can't do it again. That's what I meant.
No, it won't. Like Jimmy said, it won't affect 2026, 27 season. It'll affect the next year.
Yeah,
and I hope it does happen because I've said it on this show. This jumping from school to school to school to school is obnoxious and it needs to stop.
It's the ladder game. It's all it is. It's no different than some people do at jobs nowadays.
But here's my only problem with it: is it again takes out the free market portion of it. If you're going to do that, there's got to be a way like that. The contract can't be capped or whatever they're going to give them. Like, so if you outperform it, like, because what's going to happen if you do that is you're going to hurt the game by making kids go pro sooner again. Right? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the only I transfer once and then I have a great year and UConn doesn't want to give me as much money as for some reason Maryland's going to give me. Then I'm going to be like, all right, well, then I'm just going to be a late first round draft pick and get a bunch of cash. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where you got to think about the college game from that standpoint too.
I hear you. But you said the key word there. It's contracts. That's what they should be getting.
Yeah, they should be getting a contract. You're right.
They should be in a contract with the school. If I sign you for 2 years, you're playing there for 2 years. If you decide to transfer, you're not getting paid for year 2 and you have to sit out a year.
But I think that's part of the problem is that they're just signing him for a year at this point. They should sign him for exactly what you're talking about. There should be contracts instead of just booster money involved. Where like you could even talk to a recruit that you're like, we're going to sign you for 2 years. I think that could get complicated. Then if he really wants to go to the league, he was great. Does he tank? I don't know. But yeah, I think there's probably a happy medium. We're in a better place than we were years ago where they weren't getting any money and they were just looking to leave college as fast as humanly possible. The problem is you're going to still get the great players the Darren Petersons that are going to be one and done because they're going to be top 5 picks as they should be. The top 5 to 10 can go. The rest of them that stay are going to make college basketball great still. It's when the entire first round, everybody's just looking to go because they're selling out arenas and they're on national TV and they're eating ramen noodles.
Right, exactly.
Your thoughts on this a few shows ago were really, really good. I know you guys don't listen back, but like your thoughts were really good. Like there needs to be some sort of contractual relationship, whatever that looks like, right? Get the lawyers involved, make it beneficial for everybody. You know, but and viewers and players and coaches and schools and everybody,
so everybody
gamblers,
wins.
whatever.
Yeah, everybody wins in this scenario, right? And if you're a school and you pony up a shitload of money and your team gets bounced in the first round or sucks, then that's on you. Like you own that bag, right? Like it's that that sucks to be you. But
right, it's if you're gonna make money like the pros and you're gonna pay like the pros, then you should be in contracts like the pros.
Yeah, think about percent. I 100% agree. They should have contracts. They should be tied to them. That would keep him transferring. You could have a clause in the contract that says if you go pro, then you're out of the contract. That could be the only, so that would stop you from transferring, and it wouldn't scare you from signing the contract, because if you had this breakout year and you were going to be the number 2 overall pick, they shouldn't hold you back. They should be like, yeah, well, you should probably go be the number 2 pick, right?
Jump sports, but like NFL, like look what guaranteed money's done. Not everybody gets $1 billion guaranteed money. You know what I mean? It's staggered. It's like based on who you are, what you want, what the org wants, etc. So same thing can be done. You said it really well a few shows ago. But something's got to be done, because we can't have all these college sports just jumping year after year after year after year. It's not fun for us.
No,
it's annoying. I don't even know who plays on. I've hard enough time knowing who's in what conference at this point. Now I got to try to follow what players went where.
But
every
it's a good
single year.
But Greg, you actually bring up a good point with that, and that's why I defend the players on this. And I agree, we need to reel it in. They need to go to a contract system so it's not bouncing around. But as soon as another conference offered the school more money, they were like, "Fuck you, Pac-10. We're in the Big Ten now."
Yeah,
so the schools do that shit. They don't hold tight to anything. Like,
but the schools are in a huge contract when they go into these leagues. Like some of those schools that join.
No, you're right. I agree.
They're not even profit sharing yet, Jimmy.
I agree.
They get a very small stipend till like year 4, and then they're a full share.
Yeah, I agree. There should be a contract. It should be for a certain amount of time. It should, and like I said, I would put a kick-out clause if you go pro. Hell, you could put a kick-out clause however you want it. You could be like, we're going to pay you $3 million for a year for 3 years, but if you go pro after your first year, we'll let you go. But if you're a top 5 pick and you get a $20 million contract, you owe us half of $3 million back. I mean, there's 100 ways you can do it. Because really what it is for college kids is insurance, right? At the end of the day. Like, there's a lot of, like, I come back to college and I was going to be a first-round pick, even late first round, that's going to pay me. It might not pay me a ton, but if I come to college and I blow my knee and I can never play again, I'm not getting anything. Now, they take policies out on themselves, but if you just gave them a guarantee, maybe some of them would stay. And there's some college kids that are pricks because, I don't know, they're 19 years old and they're assholes. Right, so, like, there's some people that are just going to be like, the coach wasn't fair. I'm crying. But at that point, I'd be like, good, transfer out. I don't want your whiny ass on my team anyway.
To your guys' point, if you're the top 5, you can negotiate whatever the hell you want, right? And go for 1 year. You're giving 1 year of service. But if you're somewhere not in those top, I don't know, couple hundred, right? You can offer your services, and maybe they have to guarantee 3 years or some version of that, you know? There's lots of options, and you said it well before, but it's based on your value to everybody involved in the transaction, including viewership.
Yeah, I think we all agree on that. I think there's some sort of contract. I think you can clause it any way you want. If I'm making $2 million my junior year at college, but I'm a top 5 pick and I can make $25 million, you should let me out of the contract. At that point, you could be just like, I'm out. I'll pay you the $2 million because I'm going to get 25, so I'm going to make 23 the first year, right? Or something like that. There's a way to phrase it, but I agree because Michigan, Dusty May was on SportsCenter the next day saying the portal opened at midnight, so we've already been working because it opens right after that. At least it opens after the finals, unlike college fucking football.
Like college football.
Yeah.
That is the stupidest, but we've talked about it. So
yeah, that's a tragedy.
All right, Jimmy was going to get a drink or something. Well, he does that. Well, he does that. I'm going to yell at Ryan for a minute. Ryan, tell me, why don't we like Angel Reese? Angel Reese traded this week. Why don't we like dude. What's the problem?
I just don't like her moxie. She's too mouthy, for lack of a better word. I watch tons of women's sports. It's not that. So I'm not trying to be that guy. I loyally, like all of them. I watch soccer too. It's softball, all this stuff. But I just do not like her moxie. She's a little too aggressive.
So
whatever that means.
That's what makes her awesome.
She's not that good.
She's not that good.
No. She's not. She has a role. She's like Rodman, right? Like, I love Dennis Rodman. I'm a big Rodman fan. She does a role, and it's not a very defined role. I don't mean it that way, but it's not like she scores 30 points a game and has good assists. She looks a little selfish out there, and I don't love her shot. She really can't hit an 18-footer that I've watched. Greg's pulling up stats, prove me wrong or some other thing. But regardless, it's not going to change my perception, which is all that matters.
I mean, I'm just looking it up because I didn't want to misquote. That's all. She averages 14, almost 15 points a game and 12 rebounds.
Yeah.
She's a role player?
Yeah.
She's a superstar is what you mean to say.
Okay.
She also averages 4 assists a game.
All right. Just what
One-
I think. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't like her in college. I don't like her now. Although I haven't watched a lot of WNBA, to be fair.
You could not like her. That's fine. I got no problem with people you not liking her, but to say she's a role player is a little much.
Okay. I don't want to give her the respect of a, top
She's a
200
superstar.
team kind of player.
She is an absolute superstar.
All right.
On and off the court. On and off the court, by the way. And she's way more intriguing than Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is boring.
I agree. I'll take Caitlin Clark all day. It'd be much more fun. And I
Yeah,
agree with you that.
She's the number one pick, Ryan.
What's that?
She was the number one pick. I agree with you for sure. But Angel Reese is still very good.
I'll take Angel Reese. You guys can have Caitlin Clark.
I don't need
I'm
that
on your
kind
side
of
on that,
energy.
Ryan. I got
I
your
just
back
don't
there,
need
Ryan.
that kind of energy. That's all. She seems very like a negative Nancy. I don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think again, I like the fire. I do.
Look, she
So-
said she wanted off that team. I can't speak to the behind the scenes things in Chicago. We know the Bulls, when I loved them, were horrible behind the scenes. So,
Yeah.
not speaking of
No.
that. But, you don't know what's happened behind the scenes. But she wanted out, then she was willing to stay, and now she's gone. So, who knows what happened?
Right. I'll take your side on this one, Ryan. I would take Caitlin Clark as well. But for Angel Reese, is there a chance that when it's all said and done, Angel Reese is like the Charles Barkley of women's basketball, where we all love her and she's a great commentator, and
Yes.
Barkley was polarizing at the time.
Maybe.
I'm just saying she's not a role player. She's a superstar. That's all I'm saying. She's going to get as many people to the TV sets as Caitlin Clark, if not more.
She's going to get a multiple of like 4 on social media stuff, at least, if not 40. But as far as playing, I don't think she's as dynamic as Caitlin.
Well, they're different players. One's running the team, and one's an inside player.
Listen, Caitlin Clark is like one of the best players that's ever played basketball.
I mean, she's 24. She's been in the league for 2 years.
I don't care. She is that good.
She played a season.
They absolutely crapped on her for not allowing her on the Olympic team that year.
She deserved to be on the Olympic team.
What's that?
She deserved to be on that Olympic team.
Absolutely. And I didn't like the way it started, but anyway, she's gonna prove them all wrong. She's gonna be. Taurasi was always given a lot of credit, and I'm not comparing them yet, but she's gonna play 20 years, and she's gonna be unbelievable from a stat line, and she may be the best player that's ever played.
I mean, fine. She's 20. Like I said, she's 24. She's played 1 season so far. She got
Totally
hurt.
agreed.
Let's see what happens.
Yep.
Let's look. And again, I'm not a huge WNBA fan, but I follow the game and I know the players, and I know some of the UConn players in the early 2000s better than most. Let's not even mention her in the same sentence as Diana at this point, please.
Agreed. But she's on the path, and to be fair, like the only reason I said it is because Diana respected her enough to give her her number for Team USA. So they're both 12. Like, that's something, and that's respect downwards, and I appreciate that. So I don't think Caitlin Clark would ever tell you she's close to Diana now or even in college. I just think that it may end up there.
Oh, look, you can compare their college careers. I got no problem with that, but let's
No,
not.
I'm just saying she wouldn't say it. That's all.
They're overall. That's all I'm saying. All right. Let's go from the women to the men. Jimmy, we're down the stretch. Couple games to go. Big one tonight with the Jailblazers. What do you think? What do you think happens here?
I mean, the Clippers on paper should win this game, but the Trailblazers have just been outperforming their talent all year long. It's in Portland.
It's in Portland.
It's basically a pick'em game. I think the Blazers probably get it done.
Yeah, I do too. Well, I mean, look, we're pretty much locked in here. Let's we don't have odds because I don't think no series is set in stone yet, correct?
No, none are set in stone yet.
Yeah. All right. Oh my God, you loved this shit last year, so let's bring it up again right now. This is either league, obviously, or either conference, I should say. Any play-in team to reach the second round of the playoffs, plus 105.
It's not going to happen in the East. It could happen in the East because Charlotte's playing really, really well. The key in Philadelphia is done now that Embiid's out. So it could happen in the East. If it does, it's Charlotte, but I don't think it will. In the West, it won't. No, I'm not taking it. There's no way.
What was it last?
The chance is Charlotte.
shame on me for not remembering, but what was it last year? We bet like you loaded up on the no and someone got through. What happened?
Did I load up on the no? I figured I would have took the yes last year. I don't recall, but it was the West, and everybody from top to bottom you could see getting through.
It looked fishy as hell, and the bait was just, and we lost.
Yeah.
But it was something you were like, it's not. We're loading up on it, and obviously we got suckered. I just can't remember the scenario.
I don't remember either. Yeah, but no, this year I don't think so because look, you're going to have, in my estimation, you're probably going to have Orlando and Charlotte are the two teams I would pick to come out, and they're not going to beat Detroit or Boston.
All right, well let's do that. Let's just stick straight chalk, but let's jump Charlotte over the Sixers, okay? So Pistons, Hornets. You give the Hornets no chance?
I do give them a chance. They're the one team that they're the one of the four bottom seeds that I would say has a chance. That's if you were betting it, you think Charlotte is playing well enough and Cade Cunningham isn't fully back and Charlotte can somehow make it happen. That would be
the problem with the Cunningham tank is they've been playing so well without him. It's been amazing.
They've been playing very well without him. But here's the problem. What did you say? Is minus 105?
No. We don't have any lines yet.
Yeah.
For someone to move on, plus 105. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's too close to even money for me to say only one team has a chance. You see what I'm saying? Because in the West.
So you're giving the Magic zero chance against the Celtics, even though we know the Celtics have a history of drawing series out.
Zero chance.
Yeah, I agree. All right. So let's say Knicks, Hawks. You give the Hawks a fighting chance or nothing?
I mean, the Hawks have been playing well, but that's not going to be that would be a second round. The Knicks aren't going to end up in the 2, so it's not going to be playing. That would be the second round.
No, 3 and 6. Hawks, Knicks.
Yeah, that's not a playing team.
No, I'm giving you the first round right now.
The first round in general. Okay, I thought, but you said the play-in team to make the second round.
Yeah, that was plus 105. We already talked about that.
Oh, okay, got it.
You said you wouldn't do it. Knicks Hawks right now? If the season ended today, you moving the Knicks on?
I'm moving the Knicks on.
Yeah, me too. All right, Cavs Raptors. This one intrigues me, even though the Cavs have been playing really well. They got Harden and all that. I don't know why. I have this sneaky suspicion that the Raptors are going to give them a series.
I agree, and I agree for one reason and one reason only. I've been saying this for a long time, and I think Brandon Ingram is a very poor man's Kevin Durant. He moves the same. He's the same size. He does a lot of the same things. Thought his talents were wasting away in New Orleans. He was with the Lakers before all those big trades happened. I think he's a really good player, and I like them to have a real shot at getting by the Cavs, because the Cavs have, as much as it pains me, because I love Donovan Mitchell, but since he was with the Jazz and now with the Cavs, he's a choke artist in the playoffs, and they paired him with the ultimate choke artist in the playoffs, James Harden.
Right.
So, maybe this is year that they put their minds together and their talent takes Cleveland to the finals. It's certainly on paper. There's no reason we shouldn't think they can do it, but they've done nothing to tell us that they will. So, yeah, I think that's possible.
All right. In the West, I think we can all agree, doesn't matter who gets in from the play-in, Oklahoma and San Antonio are moving out on the first round.
Yeah, they're completely toast, yeah.
You give Minnesota any chance against your Nuggets?
I do. Gobert can't handle Jokic. We all know that, but Anthony Edwards is really, really good, and he shows up in big moments. So I don't think you can discount Minnesota.
And then I think everyone's going Rockets over Lakers with what's going on with the injuries, right?
Yeah, nobody plays there anymore.
Can Bronny carry him to the second round? Or?
Yeah. No, when you have to call your son up and be like, "Hey man, I'm going to need some help here. All my friends are gone." Like, you're too old.
Yeah, that was my calling your son and his friends to come down to open gym so you can get a game going.
Yeah, my friends have all moved on. They're all gone. Yeah. The Lakers are the biggest lame duck 4 seed of all time. They might end up at 5. Doesn't matter. The Houston is getting the golden horseshoe right now, facing the Lakers. If the Nuggets had any sense, they'd lose to OKC tonight, drop back a seed, and I don't know, and face Houston. No, I don't know if Houston's actually playing really well right now. Maybe I'd rather face Minnesota.
I'll tell you what, if
they stay right where they are, they play Minnesota and they face the next round.
If that happens, I'll lay 2.5 games with Minnesota over LA. Whatever that number is, I'll take the plus money. I'll lay 2.5 games.
Yeah, it would end up. You know what? Actually, what could happen there's an outside chance. This is the move for Denver. You lose. The Lakers lose. Houston wins. Houston jumps to the 3. They have to play Minnesota. You now have the Lakers. And yes, you have to face OKC in the second round, but you're going to have to face them anyway at some point. So take them on. Guarantee yourself a second round spot. Because the Nuggets are going to beat the Lakers 4-1 in their current state. They'll get a little rest, a little R&R, be ready for OKC in the second round, who they took to 7 games last year.
Yep.
Right? So that's if you're in the Nuggets, that's what you're thinking. Right now, you got a tough matchup against Minnesota in the first round. And if you get through it, you're lucky enough to get the Spurs the next round. I still think Nuggets beat the Spurs in the second round. Nuggets go to the finals. You're going to have a team that's never been to the playoffs against a championship team that's bigger and tougher and great. Aaron Gordon could break Victor Wembanyama in half if he wanted to. You've got other tough guys there. You've got even their younger guys are tougher than San Antonio's guys. I think that if in the second round, Denver beats San Antonio, and it's Denver, OKC, Western Conference Finals.
Okay.
And then I think OKC gets by them, but I think that's what happens.
I think those will be the biggest rating.
Yeah, Wembanyama, Wemby versus Jokic in the second round would be awesome.
No, the Spurs are moving on, boys. We'll talk. Well, and I hope we get to debate it because I hope that's the matchup. Spurs will be favored in that series, and the Spurs will win that series.
There's 3 what we call like interested parties, all very excited about potential.
What's going on with Ryan's?
I don't know. Ryan,
What happened now?
Now we can't hear you.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
That's better.
Fair enough. I'll just stand like this.
Yeah, it looks great. NHL, we got one series locked in, which I told you both about, and we have a number on it now. And I told you it's annoying the way they do these playoffs because we're going to have an unbelievable first-round series, which shouldn't be a first-round series. And it's the Stars and the Wild. Stars will have home ice advantage. I believe they still have that. Hold on. Let me just double-check so I don't want to speak. They do. Yeah, they do. They're up 4 points with 3 games to go, so they should hold on. Stars are minus 125. This is the problem. This is the problem, and why you're getting such a big jump in the futures odds to win the Western Conference. So if you go to the Western Conference odds, Jimmy, it's the Avalanche are plus 155. You can get 450 on the Stars and 800 on the Wild. You know why? Because there's a great chance that Wild Stars series goes at least 6, if not the distance. They beat the living shit out of each other, and then someone's got to stumble over to Denver to play the Avs. It ain't going to be great. So it's hockey, and these guys are tough, and these playoffs are fantastic, and you can never, ever, count anyone out, but it's a tough ask for one of those 2 teams to survive round 1 and then go knock off the Avs. That's why you're only getting plus 155 on the Avs. In the Eastern Conference, we got nothing locked in yet, but I still don't like those odds, Jimmy. The Lightning are great. Don't get me wrong. I would never bet the Hurricanes plus 230. But I would feel so much better getting the Lightning in that 4-1 range to win the conference. Plus 230 just seems light for me. I still would rather take my shot on the Sabres 6.5. I already got them at 8-1, but 6.5-1. They've dropped a little bit. Or the Canadiens, who are playing some great hockey right now at 12-1. Let me go to the stupid divisions so we can try to tell you who I think will play each other. So right now, the Sabres would get Bruins and the Hurricanes would get the Senators if it ended today, which still 3 games to go, but it's looking like that's probably going to happen. Sabres, Bruins in the first round, Sens and Hurricanes, which means we get the Battle of Pittsburgh possibly, but if the Flyers lose a game here, this could all change within the next 2 days, but we get Flyers, Pens, and then you get Canadiens, Lightning. And right now, Jimmy, with 3 games to go, you don't have home ice, even though you're the favorite to win this conference. You're third.
Yeah, Montreal's.
You've lost 3 in a row, and these 2 Sabres and Canadiens have ripped off winning streaks. Canadiens are 9-1 in their last 10, and I think they're 17-3 in their last 20 or something ridiculous. I don't know, Jimmy. We got to see those series odds. We might have to be on the Habs.
What is not Saturday, but the Saturday the 18th? Is that the first?
That's when we dropping that puck.
Yeah.
Are you going to get involved this year, Jimmy? Or am I going to have to yell at you more?
I am.
All right.
I am. I'll be involved.
You need 2 TVs. One on the Real Sport and one on the NBA. Right?
I got a phone.
Yeah, phone for the NBA is fine. All right. We are almost there. And Jimmy, get me the date. You always have this date. I always forget it. When's the NFL draft? How many weeks away are we? 4?
We're 2 weeks from yesterday.
2 weeks from yesterday. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. It's the 10th of April. So, what do you think's going to happen in this draft? You think we're going to get absolute chaos because it's not a strong QB class, all the things. What do you think we're in for here?
Well, I mean,
we know Mendoza's probably going to the Raiders unless the Raiders are playing games.
yeah, that's the only thing that's happening. The big question is Ty Simpson. Is he going to go to the Jets? Is he going to go to the Steelers? Is he going to slip to the second round? What's going to happen with Ty Simpson? That's the only other big question.
I mean, is there anything that intrigues you? I mean, when I look at the mock drafts, I don't understand why so many people think the Giants are going to go Love out of Notre Dame. I mean, they have
CBS has him going with Carnell Tate, who I actually like. I'd like the Browns to get him.
a pretty good backfield. I would go with a receiver if I were the Giants.
No, Carnell Tate's receiver.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'd go with a receiver if I were the
That's
Giants.
what I'm saying. That's what they have him going with.
No. The mock drafts I'm looking at have Jeremiah Love going to the Giants.
See, the mock drafts I'm looking at have him taking Carnell Tate.
That is the one I would agree with.
Yeah, no, I think that's the move. They've got injured, what's his name, but Tracy also looked good. They're fine there. The mock draft I've got has Jeremiah Love going to Washington, actually.
That makes sense.
I don't know. I think there's, a lot of good players here. It's real tough to follow because half the time, and we watch a lot of college football, but the player that's going to go top is not necessarily somebody that you know well or you watch consistently. It's somebody that played really well on a random team that you're not fully aware of. So I don't have, and I've been listening to it on local radio, but they really talk about what the Jets and Giants are going to do more than anything, right? So I don't know, man. I think it's going to be interesting. We talked about this last year, and I think we bet it and lost. Number of quarterbacks taken in the first round. I would take the under again. I think there's only going to be one. I mean, somebody might reach for Ty Simpson, but nobody reached last year.
A lot of people have him going to the Jets with the 16th pick. Poor guy.
That's what I said. There's some Jets and some Steelers talk out there, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I think we won on the quarterbacks last year. We definitely won with the Jackson Dart bets.
You're right. I just found another mock draft that had Jeremiah Love going to. Yeah, you're right.
The one I'm looking at has Simpson at 33, but it's the Jets, like you said.
Yeah, the Jets seem to be targeting Simpson. By the way, if
they have Geno.
Yeah, exactly. If the Bengals don't go defense in round 1, does Joe Burrow just quit?
No, yeah, he's left.
Man, he's got to throw up a flag or something. I don't know. How do you appeal? What do you do? Do you call New York? Hey, man, my team will not put a defense out there that can compete. Please help me.
If I'm Joe Burrow, I'm running the draft, and I'm just drafting all 7 rounds defense.
Yeah. Do you call Jerry Jones? Do you call Kraft? Do you call – I don't know who you call. You call somebody and say, please help.
And a lot of drafts I'm looking at – sorry, my friends who are Bills fans – have a lot of people, like a lot of Bills projections going wide receiver. Like, guys, we've proven you cannot draft a receiver. You don't know what you're doing. So
it's been 35 years.
Maybe just trade for a good one that we know is established. Let's not go to the draft well again. We're 0 for 1,000 when drafting receivers.
Who's the last one they had? Andre Reed, who retired in, 97?
Yes, maybe.
Yeah, but they promoted their GM to head coach, so he knows.
Oh,
yeah, he knows. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's got it all under control.
What are the Patriots going to do, Ron?
I don't think a whole lot, honestly. We'll see. I don't have exact answers. I think they always have gone with that kind of Belichick style. Pick the best player. That's the highest up the chain, Go with it.
People like Sonny Styles a lot right now. Like, there's a lot of hype about this guy.
I mean, they're not till 31, so whatever the value play is going to be is where they're going to go, I'm sure.
How'd you feel about the media trying to get your head coach in trouble, playing around with a reporter?
I hate to jump on that bandwagon, but it was odd. At first, I was like, "What? That's weird. That's not the guy I've seen kind of on camera and off, if you will. Not off, but I just mean like behind the scenes." And I guess it was nothing. That's what it seems like.
It was nothing at all.
I didn't see this.
They held hands or like put their had a hug going as you were walking around a pool where apparently coaches and reporters and everybody else hangs out often.
Basically, what the awesome media did, Jimmy, it looks like they haven't gotten completely busted yet. It looks like they cropped the photo, which was a group of people, and made it look like Vrabel and this very attractive reporter holding hands and hugging.
What's the problem?
It was real odd, and the headlines were like complete clickbait. You're like,
yeah, 100%.
oh, I got to click on that, and then you're like, well, there's not really a whole lot here yet. And then they both came out with statements. I haven't heard anything from lawyers or spouses, but it seems like a little bit of malarkey.
Yeah, no, it's completely false. It's Vrabel, he addressed it.
No, I saw, and I take him at his word. I'm not saying that. I'm just, for the podcast, I'm saying, like, it seems like malarkey. But I agree with, like, the fucking Deflategate and all that other crap, too, So I don't want to kind of make it seem like that, but this seems like a little extra.
Deflategate was a thing. I mean, you cheated.
Let's keep going.
I mean, we're never going to keep going.
It's not flashback, okay, guys?
I mean, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick were two of the best cheaters in NFL history. It's fine. We all accept it. We know what happened.
Fair enough. Let's move on.
We can be adults and talk about it. I would take back all your Super Bowls, but the NFL has allowed you to keep them.
Get the fuck out of here. Now you're just...
Jimmy, wouldn't you?
Jimmy's like, wow, this is how it usually comes at me.
No, they all cheat. They just got mad at them for winning a lot and caught them. But
Agreed.
they all cheat. I'm not saying they didn't cheat. They did cheat, but they all cheat.
I'm with you.
Well, then how come the rest haven't got caught?
They didn't.
Nobody else. Nobody else won
better to me if they've gotten caught twice.
No, nobody else won 6 Super Bowls. People just got
better teams.
Yeah, they had better teams.
Yeah. All right. Whatever we want to say there. While we're in the NFL realm here, did you see Kelce, Jason, taking a little heat at the Masters?
I did not.
I didn't see him taking heat. I saw him caddying.
Yeah, he took some heat for that. Like people were hitting him on trashing him a little bit on social media, saying and it's no fault of his own because they make him do this crazy shit. But basically, we're over the Kelce antics. We don't need to see Jason Kelce slamming a sandwich in the Masters Part 3 and all this other shit. We don't need to see him hitting a shot. I love Jason Kelce. I think it's a terrible take.
Absolutely, I agree. It's a terrible take. He's energy. He's all positivity. Doesn't matter what he does. He has fun and he's enjoying life and he's earned it.
I agree, 100%. I think anyone who has a problem with Jason Kelce, stop watching sports.
And don't invite him to the Masters if you don't want him there doing what he's going to do. It's not like he was completely inappropriate. I almost said something totally different. But you can imagine what I was going to say. It's not like he was completely inappropriate. Okay, he shoved a Sammy down his face. I mean, is that really a problem?
No, the guy's awesome. My favorite moment is when he was with the friggin' Bills fans pounding beers and with his shirt off, and it was his first time meeting Taylor Swift. I mean, how great is that?
I loved when he stole the kid from the crowd and brought him up into the box. It was amazing.
Hysterical.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, what happened with the NFL just showing Taylor every 2 minutes there? Are they just did someone tell them to stop? You think she did?
Maybe. I have no idea.
You think we get a Swiftie reboot in 2026?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, because it's going to be Travis's last season. They're getting married. Of course, it's going to be all, of course.
All right. I mean, the Chiefs need it at this point. It's the only thing.
The Chiefs are going to have female fans for the rest of time now. They capitalize.
That'll be over.
I think you might be overthinking that, Greg, a little bit. I think Jimmy's right. I think you got at least 5 years of real solid fandom of teenage chicks.
If those women got into football at all now and they're actually are into the game, they're going to be. It's just like we meet people everywhere that are in their 60s that are Steelers fans because the Steelers were good in the 70s, and they're everywhere. Right? It's going to be the same thing. You're going to have all of these in 25 years. We're going to have all these 55-year-old women who are diehard Kansas City fans. And we're like, what is happening with Kansas City fans everywhere?
It's the best part of this show. You get good takes and you get bad takes. That was a bad take. Now I'm going to give you a good one. To the Swiftie fans, here's what you do. I want you to all do this. It's going to be hard for you because you probably don't know where your nearest sports book is. I understand. That's fine. sign up for DraftKings if you need to. But if you have a local sports book, you can drive there, make a cash bet like me and Jimmy like to do every once in a while. Have that paper ticket in hand. Here's the best bet you can make. It's plus 165 on the Chiefs to miss the playoffs. Go bet it now, because pretty soon it's going to be minus 500 because they're not going to make the playoffs. Oh, Jimmy, I'm waiting for you to. I'm waiting for Jimmy to tell me how they are going to make the playoffs. This is what we went through all last summer.
No, there's too much riding on Patrick Mahomes' health to make that call right now. They say he's going to be ready for the beginning of the season. It's his first major injury. I don't think you can bet on it yet. So I would avoid at this point.
There's no one to help him. There's nobody.
Brian just beat me to it. I was going to say Patrick Mahomes can be the best quarterback in the league. I'll give you that right now. He has the best season of any quarterback in the league. They still miss the playoffs. There's nobody there.
Yeah.
Their defense is fucking terrible.
But they have, I get the Chris Jones is still there, right?
You just double team him. End the game plan.
Yeah.
And he's probably, 32, 34 now?
Yeah, he's still really good, but I don't know, man. It's real tough. This is the first year that this actually came to fruition. It's tough to say that there's that there's no way that.
Listen,
again,
I'm a
I put it on
Mahomes.
Mahomes himself.
I'm a Mahomes lover, but the guy survived whatever ankle problem that was. This one was different, and we'll see. And like Greg said, if he's the best ever, he still doesn't have. Maybe he has one support that they find by someone has a great year, whoever it is, whether veteran or new, but they don't have enough pieces.
Great news for Jimmy. So the odds are out for the number 1 seed right now, which you get some good plus money here if you can lock in the number 1 seed. Jimmy, I got great news for you. The Browns are not the last choice on the board for once. You got 3 teams behind them this year.
Let me guess them.
Okay. You should get 2 immediately. Yes.
Jets is 1.
Yes.
Raiders, I would think, would be 2.
Correct. And they're not even the longest shot on the board. This next team's the longest shot on the board.
If he misses, let me have a shot.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Give me a second. It's not going to
150 to 1.
Okay, hold on.
I know
who I want to say off the top of my head. So I'm going to say it, but then I'm going to go through my process. So you know I was in this book. I'm going to say the Dolphins, but let me think about this.
You got it. You got it.
Okay, there we go. All right, good. There we go.
How about in the NFC? Can you pick the team that's 300 to 1, the longest shot on the board, either conference, to get the 1 seed? Yeah. So bad.
Good job.
So bad. All right, so you nailed that. Who do you think is the favorite in the AFC, and then the favorite in the NFC for the 1 seeds right now? You're betting it.
I'm going to say in the NFC, I'm going to go back to the well and say Seattle.
They are the second betting choice.
Wow, that's surprising. All right.
So that should tell you who the number 1 is.
The Rams?
Rams, yeah.
Correct. What about the AFC?
I'm going to say it's Buffalo.
I would have been right there with you. They're the second betting choice.
I would have
Ravens.
The love for the Ravens
Really?
blows me away every year. The fucking Patriots are the 7th betting choice, by the way.
Well, that's fine. But I wanted to say Ravens, but I wouldn't dare. Like, I had to be honest and say Bills. Like, no, I don't know.
Jimmy, do you know the best bet on the board in the AFC to be the number 1 seed?
Browns?
No, it's the fucking Bengals, 12 to 1.
But I love Browns. That's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny every time.
It's not the Bengals either.
No, it's
That's
Bengals
great.
12 to 1. What a great bet. I'm telling everyone bet it now.
I don't know, man.
I
don't trust them.
Told you both.
Nobody does.
For the last 2 years, I've been all for them. I'm off them this year.
What's
Off.
the Broncos?
The Broncos to be the 1 seed are 9.5 to 1. They are not even the first betting choice in their division.
That's probably the way I'd go.
I would take the Chargers 8 to 1 out of that division. Actually,
We
I'm
keep
sorry.
saying that. The problem is we keep saying that. Like, we got at some point they have to show up in the
They
playoffs.
fucking missed. They one game. They played one bad game, and it wasn't even that bad of a game.
They played one bad game in the playoffs for 3 years in a row.
I think it's a good point Jimmy's making without saying it, is that, like, you got to constantly re-examine. Greg, you often do a great job of it, but sometimes you kind of stick with it. And I think that's a good example of where you need to get off the horse.
Yeah, like if the Chargers get over the hump, it's because their new offensive coordinator, your boy from Miami. It's the only reason it happened. Like if he can't, he is a talented offensive coordinator. He wasn't a great head coach. If he can get Justin Herbert over the mental hurdle in the playoffs, then they'll be fine. Like that'll be the difference.
Yeah, they're the better bet. The Broncos defense is fantastic. Don't get me wrong; it could be the best in the league.
No, that's Texans are best in the league.
Then the Broncos are 1A.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both
Fair
very
enough.
good.
Don't get me wrong, but the Chargers have more pieces.
They do. They always falter in the playoffs.
He's had 1 year. Can we give him another year? Was it 2 years?
2
1 year,
years.
right? That was year 2. That was year 1.
When was it year 1? I think it was year 2. Was it year 1 or 2?
I can't remember now. Maybe
Neither can I.
Time's going too fast. Can we give
Yeah.
our boy a chance here? My
Look,
God.
I believe in Harbaugh.
Who
No,
did-
it was year 2.
Jimmy.
It was year 2. It was year 2 because he
Can I
said he
ask
was
you a
going to let it. Yeah, it was year 2. It was definitely year 2.
Let me ask you a question. Who did the Chargers lose to in the playoffs this
They
year?
lost to the Patriots.
That's correct. And was it at home or away?
It was away.
Now remind me, did the Patriots go to the Super Bowl or did they not go to the Super Bowl?
They did.
So they lost to the winners of the AFC.
It should have never been that close.
Just saying.
They should have won that game. We bet them to win that game. We thought the Chargers were going to win that game.
We thought the Broncos might win too.
They should have won.
Right.
You guys are funny.
So I'm just saying, like, I don't think the Chargers are. It wasn't a disaster of a season. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. The Broncos would have won if they didn't have Stidham at quarterback.
Who was a Patriots backup?
Yeah, he was.
All right.
Sure was.
I forgot to bring this up on the last show. This was brought to my attention on Easter Sunday, and when my brother-in-law said it to me, I was like, I was taken back, Jimmy. I was like, wait, no, that can't be true, and he sure is. So Ryan's a little bit older, but I'm sure he knows the movie well. But Varsity Blues, our senior year in high school. So the picture that they show with the 4 of them as peewees walking with the backs of their jersey, and then you see the same picture in high school at the beginning and the end of the movie, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
3 of those 4 are dead.
Yeah, well, I think we talked about. Well, we didn't know the Vanderbeek one, but I knew what's his name. The big guy died. We've talked about that on the show.
Billy Bob and Paul
Yeah.
Walker are dead.
Yeah.
I didn't link it, and then Vanderbeek. So
Yeah.
Watching that movie, would you think Tweeter would be the one who survived? I mean, I'm saying.
Yeah. Sad.
Would have thought Tweeter would have been out first.
Yeah. The Vanderbeek thing was sad. Poor fella.
Billy Bob. I miss Billy Bob.
Yeah.
He is a
I had a
best.
feeling that Billy Bob, may happen. Paul Walker, accident. What are you going to do?
Wait. Why'd you think what? Because Billy Bob was a big guy? You just thought he was going to go?
Yes.
How dare you?
He didn't look like he was good. Did he look like he was good health to anybody? He looked like he might have a cholesterol problem.
He had a pet pig named Bacon, so I'm going to go no.
Yeah.
He has the best line in the movie, though, when they go to the strip club and Miss David, and he's 10, fucking 10. It's the best line in the whole movie.
Yeah. The whole movie wasn't supposed to be believable, but that would be the most wild thing that ever happened is your teacher was also a stripper.
Well, talk about foreshadowing. When she pulled out of the parking lot in the Corvette and Vanderbeek to his girlfriend's like, that's a nice car and a teacher's salary.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I still think it's one of the best movies of our.
I went back and watched it like a year ago after we talked about it.
I'm gonna watch it again,
Yeah.
because I've been talking about it now for a week. All right, I wrote this down. We're doing it, and then we'll end with some picks like we always do. We'll just go back and reiterate. So we're in draft season. We'll do a couple mock drafts maybe on our next show with some fun topics we'll come up with. But I wrote this down. What do you think was a better draft, 1983 or 2018? And I'm highlighting.
83 was Marino and Kelly and all of them.
Yeah, Elway to Marino.
It was a bunch of quarterbacks that were monstrous.
There was Elway, Marino, Kelly, and who else?
Oh my God, it goes on forever.
But there was a fourth that was like a big name. There was 4 of them.
There's 7,000 big names. You got Elway, Hall of Fame, Dickerson, Hall of Fame, Covert, Hall of Fame. He's a tackle. Bruce Matthews, Hall of Fame, obviously. Jim Kelly, Hall of Fame. Dan Marino, Hall of Fame. And the last pick in the draft, I won't give it to you. I'll give you who he played for in his position. Hall of Famer. You tell me who it is. Hall of Famer, defensive back, Washington Redskins. Very good.
I think time will tell. I don't think we can answer that yet.
Baker Mayfield was the number 1 pick.
Josh Allen.
People went crazy
Darnold.
over it. And I think it turned out to be a great pick. Cleveland just didn't know what to do with them.
I know. You had Baker, then Sam, then Josh.
You had Baker, then Saquon.
Yeah.
Good number 2 pick. Then Sam Darnold.
Only one to win a Super Bowl from that draft class.
That's correct.
Which is shocking.
Then Cleveland came back with a little Denzel Ward.
Excellent pick.
It was a good
Still
pick.
great.
Very good pick. And then Denver came in with Bradley Chubb. Good pick.
Good pick. They moved him on to Miami, but good pick.
Quentin Nelson was the next pick, guard, Indy. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I know exactly his stats right now because I don't.
No, but he's very good. He was considered one of the, even last year, he was considered one of the best offensive linemen in the game.
He's still here. We can tell you that much, right?
Yeah.
Josh Allen was 7. Roquan Smith, who's a good player, was 8th.
Yeah, he went to Notre Dame, if I'm not mistaken.
Most of their colleges is kind of annoying. This one, sorry, swing and a miss, Arizona. Josh Rosen was 10.
Chosen Rosen.
He went to a shitty org, though, too.
Minka Fitzpatrick was 11. How about Vita Vea, 12th? It's a good one. I'm trying to see for anyone else that like jumps off the board at me.
Lamar Jackson was 31.
Lamar Jackson, 31, yeah, but you're stealing my thunder. Frank Ragnow, who the Lions just screwed, he was 20th. One of the better centers.
Never played
Calvin
the game
Ridley.
to get retired by the Lions. Thank you, Lions.
Yeah. DJ Moore and Calvin Ridley came out of this draft. And then that's what I was going to say. So Lamar Jackson, these two drafts are going to have Hall of Famers as the last pick in the first round.
Yeah.
Darryl Green's in.
Who was the last pick in 83?
Darryl Green. He's
Oh.
already in. He's already in.
Darryl Green at cornerback was still the fastest player in the league at like 38 years old.
Yeah.
Back before people played to 38, and now a defensive guy above 34 is old as shit, so.
Yeah, they moved to safety.
Yeah.
The problem is I don't know where the first Hall of Famer comes in the 2018 draft. I'm sorry, Baker, you're good. I don't think you're going to the Hall. Saquon a Hall of Famer?
We'll see.
Not yet.
It's got a couple more years, yeah.
I agree. Right now, I would not put him in. Sammy D, you win one more Super Bowl, you're going to get the Eli Manning Award. You're going to get in.
He doesn't, you know what? He doesn't even have to win one more Super Bowl, but he's young enough that if he has 10 years of great stats, he'll get in because he's got a Super Bowl and he has 10 great years ahead of him.
That's
true.
That sounds like good logic.
Yeah.
Denzel Ward, you never know.
Yeah, he's very good.
And Josh Allen, obviously, number 7's a lock for the Hall.
Already.
Yeah, I think Josh and Lamar are a lock.
What about Vita Vea?
Probably.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
He's just a big fucking human.
Yeah. DJ Moore, no. Minka, no. But you got Lamar and Josh as shoe-ins.
So you get
If they retired today, I bet they'd make it in.
25% of the first round picks in 1983 became Hall of Famers. It's pretty fucking good.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So would we go 83? Would we still lean at 83?
For now, I would go 83.
Yeah, me too. All right. We'll end with a couple rapid fire picks here. Right now, NBA, who wins the East, who wins the West, and why, Jimmy? If they're making a future ticket right now.
I think OKC wins the West. I don't like it, but I don't think you could deny what they're doing. And I think your Celtics probably win the East.
All right. I'm chalking one, not chalking another. I think, and I would not have, listen, you've listened to the show, you know I wouldn't have said this in January or February. I thought the East was going to be the one where these four teams just fought it out to the end, and it was going to be, who knows what's going to happen. I agree with what Jimmy said. I think the Celtics are the best team in the East, and they've just, I don't think anyone's beaten them. And I can't believe I'm saying that, and goddamn am I happy I have a ticket on them at 30-1. And I don't have much on it. I got $25 on it. But Jimmy, I really think it's going to cash.
I do too. But I know what you're going to say here. You're going to say the Spurs are going to face them, and I'm telling you, it's going to be the Thunder or the Nuggets.
Yeah, I disagree with you 100%. I think it's the Spurs all day.
I think Celtics are a lock in the East, and I'm hopeful that the Nuggets make it. That's what I think.
I hope I'm wrong, and it's the Knicks. And they're looking good tonight, watching the game as we record. Beating up on Toronto. Fantastic. They got to secure the spot. I don't want to slide down, so we face Detroit. But I'm telling you, I think that the Spurs are very good. It's a year early. They're going to get punked in the playoffs. That's what I think.
I hear what you're saying. And again, the Thunder's minus 145 for a reason, right? I get it. But if you're asking me what I think the better bet is, I think the Spurs are undervalued. They've owned OKC. They can beat them. They've shown it. You're going to give me plus 310? I'll take plus 310. They ain't going to be plus 310 in that series, Jimmy.
Yeah, you're right. I just think that
they're going to be
playoff
favored
basketball
over
is
the Nuggets.
different. I think Denver's going to give it to Wemby in the second round. I think that Spurs could win, but I don't think they will.
But Wemby's not looking to go inside and be physical with the Joker.
Yeah, but
it's not his game.
No, he's not. But what he's looking to do is defend Joker inside, and Joker's going to throw elbows and shoulders and all kinds of shit right into his fucking tall guts, and he's going to get hurt again. He's going to get another rib contusion. His little brittle legs are going to get hurt, and that's what's going to happen. That's why I think that the Nuggets are too tough. Aaron Gordon's too big and strong. Jokic's too big and strong.
Can you do me a favor? On April 10th at 9:41, can you admit to the world you're a Nuggets fan?
I know I like the Nuggets. I never
like the Nuggets. I am to say it. Jimmy, am a Nuggets fan.
I like the Nuggets. Yeah, the Knicks are my team.
I'm not a Knicks fan.
The Knicks are my team.
They're not your team. You talk about the Nuggets.
I'm watching the Knicks game right now because I always, and you know this, you pointed out, I'm always more skeptical about my team than I am about my other. Like I can think more logically about teams that I'm not actively rooting for. The Knicks scare me. They worry me. They're playing better now. Boston's just very good. I can't see the Knicks take them out a second year in a row, though I want it to be the case. I think they do get by Detroit. I think the Detroit regular season wins don't mean anything. But I think the Nuggets beat the Spurs and lose to the Thunder. That's what I think happens.
All right. So Jimmy says Thunder Celtics final. Who wins right now if they were doing the exact result?
So logic says take the Thunder. Odds wise, I would flip it and take the Celtics. Take the bigger money.
We agree here. I think it's so funny, and it always happens, I think, this way sometimes in sports. The Celtics were dead in the water in October, right? And me and Jimmy, again, I don't know what it is. We can't give you straight bets consistently, but goddamn can we give you futures. We sat here and said, you got to take a little piece of the Celtics. Like, what if Tatum comes back? What if Brown can carry him? What if they're actually good? And again, 30-1, I have the East. I should have bet them to win the championship. I think they were 50 or 60-1 at one point, Jimmy. And now they're plus 550. And I'm with Jimmy. I think it's going to be one of those funny years where everybody thought this was the year the Celtics had no chance and they wind up winning it.
I think there's a huge emotional boost to having Tatum back. And just once games start really being focused on rather than having so many a night, a week, or whatever, and it's like a series, and they become kind of one game at a time kind of things, that's going to be a huge positive for fan base, for the team, for everybody.
Look, Tatum's only going to get stronger too, right? Like as he heals up. So, and it didn't hurt the team at all that it was no chemistry problems. Yeah. Look, here's my hope for the playoffs. Nobody's asking, but I'm going to tell you.
I'm asking. What's your hope?
My hope is that somehow, because I want Tom Thibodeau back as the coach, but maybe, just maybe, Mike Brown's ability to play more bench players, get people more experience, and not wear his starters out pays off in the playoffs, and they go back to playing defense, being the gritty New York team that we knew. And then when we get to the second round of the playoffs, they're not working with an infirmary unit of players because everybody's hurt and they're on a 6-man rotation or a 7-man rotation. So maybe this is the year. They're starting to play well. Jalen Brunson's still Jalen Brunson. Cat's got to find his groove. Mikal Bridges has been playing better as of late. Josh Hart looked awesome the other night. Hit 2 threes to close out the game. In the interview, I don't know if you saw it, live TV, he said, how did you come on in the second half? And he said, well, in the first half, I played like ass, so it couldn't have gotten much worse. Yeah. So, look, that's my hope for the playoffs is this experiment of Mike Brown expanding the bench, so on, actually gets them over the hump, and they can show up this year. Because they did. They grinded out that Celtics series last year, and then they just ran out of steam. Like it happened under Tibbs, and I loved them, but I hope this works.
All right, NHL. Right now, if they're putting futures in with 3 games to go, who wins the East? Who wins the West? Who wins the Cup? Are you going to ride your Lightning? Not to no pun intended there, Metallica.
Not to Metallica it up, but I mean I can't help but do it. I haven't been followed hockey extremely closely in the regular season outside of our conversations, but I would anyway. A little piece of my heart wants the Sabres to do well because they've been terrible for so long.
I think they're going to.
Yeah, I hope you're right.
They are the best. Them and the Canadians are the best bet on the board.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt me for that to happen. But let's go Lightning. Kucherov led. See what happens.
I'm just reading this. I cannot believe the Sabres, who are like one of those like legendary teams, haven't been in the playoffs since 2011. That's insane.
They've been terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really terrible. Okay.
Their legend of the Sabres is they're not good,
Yeah.
but they're back. So that's positive.
I want to see some people going through tables at tailgates for the Sabres in spring.
What are you thinking in the West? Are you sticking with the chalk here? Anybody getting by the Avs?
I think somebody will. The hockey's so fickle, as we've talked. Yes, I do. I think that somebody will get by the Avs.
Okay.
Reading says biggest threat is Tampa Bay Lightning.
No, to win the cup.
Yeah, to win the cup.
Anybody in the West?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Here will be my shot. I'm going to tell you that Edmonton goes for a third year in a row. McDavid can't be stopped. I was going to say the Golden Knights.
They're playing terrible. I don't like the way they've been playing.
Who, the Knights?
Yeah, I don't.
All right. I'm going to say Edmonton. I'm going to say Connor McDavid's just too good. He's not denied. Gets to a third. I said this the other show. Edmonton's going to be the Bills of the 90s. They're going to get to 4 in a row and lose them all.
You did say that.
You did. God, I hate doing it. I hate pinning the favorite, but I don't see anyone beating the Avalanche. And the only one, and I would change my tune if it wasn't seeded the way it is, but because the Stars and the Wild have to beat the hell out of each other and then go play the Avs, I think this just sets up way too good for the Avs. So I think the Avalanche are going to find a way to get it done at that Pepsi Center, and they're going to move on to the finals. And I just have this funny feeling, like I've told you, especially with a 4-point lead, if they hold it and they secure the 1 seed there, I think the Sabres are going to the Stanley Cup Finals.
That would be wild.
They can beat you 3-2, and as Jimmy saw, they can beat you 9-8. They can beat you 8-7.
Sure can. Yeah.
I think the Sabres are going to do it. And I'm going to give you a bet that I really, really like, and it'll get you plus 479, Jimmy. I like parlaying the NBA winner to be from the Eastern Conference and the NHL winner to be from the Western Conference. Plus 479. Fuck off, OKC.
There you go.
All right. Last one. Figured this would be the poetic way to end because we started with it. We'll end with it. Jimmy Verga. Well, whatever. Jimmy,
Yeah.
Who wins the Masters?
Probably Rory. But I'm going to say our boy got her up and down. Finds a way to pull through. Make New Jersey proud. New York metro area. Thought all of us proud. Makes it happen.
Jimmy just made you a small fortune if that happens at 80-1. But if you're putting your money on it right now, are you laying 250?
I'm not. I'm waiting till after the third round, and I'm looking at it.
It'll be unbettable if Rory shoots 1 or 2 under tomorrow. It'll be minus 800.
It will be, but I'm going to bet he doesn't, and then I get a better look at the board for the final round.
Okay. Ryan, who wins the Masters?
I'm not changing my bets right now. I'm sticking with Rose. I got him top 5. I'm with Jimmy. I might make some kind of in-round plays tomorrow because I will be sitting watching the whole thing, and then I'll be watching the whole thing Sunday. I think that's where my action's going to be at.
All right, I'll end with this. I will be putting a bunch of parlays together, all centered around Rory going back-to-back. I would be shocked the way he's playing if he blew a 6-shot lead. He knows the course well. I would be shocked. I think his worst round, the way he's playing, would be 70 tomorrow. The worst he could shoot is 70, in my opinion. In these conditions, with his length, the way his irons are going, and he's even putting pretty well, I would be shocked. And I think 17 told us all we needed to know about this year. He went from a possible double bogey to a birdie with his chip in.
Mm-hmm.
I think that summed up all we need to know about this week. So I'm glad I have a little slice of them. I didn't get much because I hated the odds at only 9-1. But I wish we, Jimmy, I wish we talked it out more and put more money on him to go back to back. Hated the odds on him at 9-1. So just have a little bit on him. He'll bail me out a little bit, but Rory's going to go back to back, and I think we're gonna watch a coronation on the back 9 on Sunday. I don't think anyone's gonna.
He's looking
to come close. However, I will say this: I do think Goddard gets a top 5.
All right.
All right, final words, Jimmy.
Well, we just ended my favorite time in sports of the year, the tournament. However, it's not bad. Masters, NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs coming up. We've got a lot to talk about. Looking forward to it.
All right.
I'm excited to watch Saturday and Sunday, of which I will watch at least 7 hours each day. It's going to be a good time, and Rory is looking very confident. The way he's walking, the way he's looking, the way he's moving, he's going to be tough to beat. So we'll see.
I am. And look, here's the thing. Don't get discouraged because it looks like Rory's going to win, and that's fine. Because you know what you do, Ryan? You just do one thing. You go to DraftKings, and you click down, and guess what you get? You get a whole new market, winner without Rory, and you bet what you want, and it's a whole new leaderboard for you. That's why betting is so fun. We can just take Rory right out of the equation, which, Jimmy, we have in a few bets because I bet everybody besides him, winner without. So I'm not even looking at Rory. I got Young. I got a great shot. I got Goddard up. He's right there, Jimmy. It's only 3 shots back in the real leaderboard for us, and then we got Rory in the real tournament. So, hey, it still could be a fun weekend. I love Goddard up, winner without. Still 26-1, Jimmy. It's a good worth a shot. Ryan, if you like Rosie still, you get 7-1, winner without. Patrick Reed, plus 550. So there's still a lot of damage to be done. I think the Masters is going to be fun. What Jimmy just said is exactly right. We're out of college basketball. It's a great time of the year. The NFL playoffs are the best, but they're very short, and we only get a few games. The second best postseason is right around the corner. The puck drops next Saturday, and I will be all over the hockey playoffs because that's where the fun is, Jimmy, because we never know what's going to happen. Last time your Lightning were big favorites, they got swept by, I can't remember who. It was someone, I couldn't even believe it happened. They lost 4-0. I remember it was the COVID year. Me and you were on the phone. We couldn't believe it kept happening. We're like, you got to just double up. They're never going to lose again. They just kept losing and losing and losing.
It was them and Calgary was the one. Tampa was the one. Both of them said, nope,
we'll lose. Who was it? Who was it? The Blue Jackets who got? It was someone.
Yeah.
Was it Columbus?
I think it was the Blue Jackets.
Yeah, it was just bad. Or the Jets. It was one of the two. It was someone like that.
No, I think it was the Blue Jackets.
Blue Jackets, yeah. All right, we will be back next week. We will wrap up the Masters, see if Rory got his second coat. We will preview the play-in. We will start projecting matchups in the NBA and the NHL, give you our picks for the series. We'll see you next week. Enjoy the Masters.